Okay, so now that you understand what you have to do, you know that you have to receive a student ID. You need to receive the student list with all the objects because you need to search this ID here in the list to display information until here. And you need the list of major because with the major ID that is in the student, you will need to find this major ID in the major list. Once you find that, save the major name in a variable, and then you can display that. Okay, so once you finish to define your method, remember it has to be in the data util method, data util class. You're gonna create a method here, right? And remember, what you're gonna do is the output, right? You will have to do is please enter the student ID. You have, for example, ID equal input dot next, right? So once you have the ID, the only thing that you will have to do is just call the method with 3 parameters, right? So the ID that you have here, student ID, for example. So pass the student ID that you collected, pass the list student, and pass the list major. You already have those lists with the data, right? So just pass that. And you're going to receive that in this method, correct? And what do you have to do here? Is the first thing is do a for loop. For loop that scan the student list, right? In this for loop, what we're going to do is verify if the ID exists in the student list. If doesn't exist, we're going to display student not found, correct? However, if the ID exists, what do you have to do? What do you have to do is get the major name. So you have the student information, right? You have the student major ID, right? The student have a major ID. Now that you have to do is create another for loop here that scan the major and compare the major for this student, the major ID for this student, if the major for the student exists in the major. If that exists, get the major name because you need to display the major name. This is the strategy. So do it. Extra help. Okay, this is the method. Watch out with the order. It could be in any order, the order that you define. For loop, the for loop, you can do for index 0, index less than the student list size, index plus plus, or you can use the enhanced for loop that is much better for object, right? So for each student in the list, what happened? You're gonna verify if the student ID match with the ID that you are receiving. This part. Okay. If that is the case, get the phone number, because you need to format the phone number, right? Remember, with a parenthesis, with a dash, like this. And create a variable mayor, because you need to calculate, remember? Get the mayor name, right? Now, this is the second for loop. For each mayor in the mayor list, we're gonna compare each mayor ID with a student mayor ID. If that is the case, get the mayor name, save that, and break the loop, stop the loop. If that is not the case, you are not gonna get here, and you're gonna repeat the loop many times until you find the mayor ID. You get the mayor name, break the for loop, and now you have the mayor name. The only thing that you will have to be worried is to format the expected graduation date. Okay, that should be something really easy, right? You can use the split. Here I create, instead of token, I create the array date to use the split, and then date index 0 is going to have the number of the month. Date number 1, index 1 is going to have the year. So you will have to create if, else, if, to validate if date index 0 is equal to 1. What is the month? January. If date index 1 is equal to 1, equal to 2, sorry, it's going to be February. If date index 2 is equal to 3, is March. And then you're going to be able to display the months in that format. Okay, so now you have the code as well. So you have to just format and display the information like this. Okay, so I hope those videos help you.